Yo, so today what we're going to do is try to see if we can install Polytab Mural cloth on windows. So basically glass. Can you install it on glass for like storefronts, things like that? Now usually Polytab Mural cloth, I use it on a lot of interior and exterior walls. So like this video right here in the corner is me installing it on a wall on a construction site. I painted the Polytab in my studio and then rolled it up and brought it out and installed it with the gel medium. Same thing here. I'm on the side of a building on a new construction site doing a mural, and I did butterfly cutouts with some of the students that will be living in the building, and I installed it on the side of the building right here, which is siding. So it's flat and textured in certain areas, and then it sort of has like that siding sort of layered. But today we're going to do glass. So I bought a sheet of glass at Home Depot and cut out 2 small squares of some pre-painted Polytab. This Polytab was gessoed and spray painted. It was part of another project, but I took a slice of it and wanted to use it on this project here. So like I said, I bought a sheet of glass from Home Depot. It's untreated, no etching, just plain glass. And I tell everyone to use matte gel medium. The gel is what you use as an adhesive between the Polytab and whatever substrate you are using. And because this is a super flat surface, all I had to do was use a roller to add the gel medium onto the back. Usually I would do a really thick coat, but this one, because it's glass, the glass is as flat as you can possibly get a surface. I didn't have to do that at all, and you can kind of see the results here is that it easily was flushed to the surface because there's no textures that the Polytab has to capture. Basically you just put it on there and just rub it in, and you can kind of see that gel medium on the back. That's really what you want for any substrate. So like when you're doing brick or stucco or drywall, whatever, it's like you want to make sure that that gel medium is touching the wall and the Polytab at the same time, so that when it cures, the Polytab is basically a part of the wall, just like a wallpaper, for lack of a better term, but it's wallpaper. But that is what you see on the back side of a substrate if you could look at it from the back. But I did that, and then I also put on top vinyl guard top coat. So basically I also tell a lot of people to use a top coat on their murals, so this is something I wanted to also duplicate as well. This vinyl guard anti-graffiti coating is something that is very affordable, and basically if someone tags it, you're able to easily clean it off without having to redo part of the pieces that you painted. So after that layer of top coat that I put on, I wanted everything to cure. So it was a hot day in Denver, so I went outside and just laid it on the rooftop and just have it cure for pretty much a day. So the next day I came back, I saw it, it looked cured, everything's dry, and the vinyl guard is super transparent. So you know, the parts that I hit the glass with the vinyl guard, you know, you can kind of see it looks like a water spot, but that's easy to clean off. So going back inside, wanted to check it out so you can kind of see how it looks on the cured glass. You know, it looks super flush, nothing abnormal, nothing really affecting it. So you can install this on glass, and trying to scrape at it, it's something that you can't really get off with the hand, with the nail, and it really looks stuck on there. So you actually can use this Polytab on windows. So if you're doing like a storefront, if you're doing something like a seasonal installation, so like the holidays, you actually can use this. And I also wanted to see if I would be able to take this off really easy. So I bought a $5 scraper, something you can get at Walmart or Home Depot really easy, and basically see if I can scrape this off. And it came off super easy, almost like butter, and I was super surprised about how clean it was to actually take off. I'll say this again, this was a regular sheet of glass at Home Depot that I got, and those it's untreated, no etching at all. But if you're going on flat glass, this is super easy to take off. I wanted to see the other one just to see, you know, if the results would be just as easy on the other side. So I took that $5 scraper and went at this side as well, and this one came off just as easy. I'm going to show it right here. So for me, it's like you can do these installations in the seasons on windows if you want, and easily take this off at the end of the project and not damage the window. So that is a huge plus because it's an easy install and an easy deinstall as well. And when you take this off, you can actually see the gel medium that you use as a glue on the back of it. And it sort of has like a flat sort of surface because, you know, adhering to glass is gonna be super flat. So this is something where it is a yes, you can use Polytab on a window for installations. You just have to make sure you clean the glass. There's no etching, there's no sort of chemical film on there. This is sort of raw glass. So if it's raw glass, then yes, like I said, you can use Polytab as the installation medium for your project. So hopefully this helped out in terms of figuring out what you can do with Polytab and for your future projects. And I will see you next time. Peace.